Alright, let's continue where we left off. So, I've ended the last video by switching out of political philosophy and saying we could maybe defer the era points that we're going to get and wait for this ancient era to end. This is a good way and a good strategy if you have a reason to believe that you will have tough time getting the second golden age. But since we're going to go on a rampage and domination, I don't think we've got a reason to worry, so we can just get this golden age anyway. This will increase our era score that we need by a little bit, but doesn't matter. We will still be able to catch up. Now, throughout the game you've seen me talk about culture, and I've settled on a wonder that gives culture, and I've built a monument first. The reason is culture and civics allow you to make use of amazing policies. We'll choose that later. Let's talk about the policies, right? What we really need to make the best out of Mongols is military tradition. It gives two policies: the great general points, the production to cavalry units, and it also gives flanking and support bonuses, which are really important. All right, I think we need definitely a builder in the capital. Cool. As for governments, I'm going to go with autocracy. Currently, none of the policies are really important, but we will change to right policies in a turn or two, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's get the boost. Yep, and we can send the trader to... two boosts. We can send the trader to France. That way we create instantly a trading post with Mongol, and Mongol only, and this gives us an extra level of diplomatic visibility, and then we are even with France. Alright, and we can chop the government plaza here and make the world throne. 20% bonus production in all cities for 5 turns. It's good, it comes in handy. I wish the 20% would stack, but doesn't matter. We can promote Magnus. This will allow us to make horses without horses and send him to our capital. So we've got the encampment there, and can we just speed this up a bit? 15 turns. Yeah, I think this is better. Both of our cities don't have granaries, so they will not properly grow, but that doesn't matter. We can worry about growth a little bit later. Alright. Cool. So where was I? Government. I kept talking about culture, because playing your civics and policies properly is just super important. Let's make the dedication. Alright, so Golden Age for Poland, Golden for Khmer, Dark Age for France. So, it's a fun choice here. I think extra culture is the best option. Yeah. We can't benefit much from science, but we'll be getting +1 culture from each of the districts. That's 4. So, for now. Policies. Production for cavalry units. And, let's forget the builder, great general points. We need just 60 great general points to get a great general. We're generating 2 from the card, 1 from the encampment, that's 3. We'll speed that up with an Urdu soon. Hope I'm pronouncing Urdu correctly. So, research, we need these 2. Masonry for the battering ram. And wheel to start making chariots next. And here we need quite a few things. So, definitely we need feudalism, because this will unlock knights for us. But we also need recorded history, because we've got some really good campuses, and it will speed our science progress, because this is a continents map, so we also need to research cartography. And cartography is a Renaissance era technology. So let's put a few turns in drama and poetry while we start making our units. Alright, so I chose autocracy because it is a very powerful government that, based on what I've seen on YouTube, seems to be completely neglected by players. It gives you +1 of each in your capital, and +1 of each. If you, let's just explore a bit. When we finish that warlord throne, right? So that's +1 culture, +1 science, +1 gold, +1 production. It really adds up ultimately, and it speeds things up here and there significantly. More importantly, it's got 2 military policies, so now we can make an army and not go bankrupt at the same time. Secondly, since we don't have any warriors and we're not going with melee units, we don't need the oligarchy bonus for melee units strength. The bad thing about autocracy is that you don't have a diplomatic policy slot, so you can't generate envoy points, which is kind of sad. But pyramids. This is good. So we're gonna get the boost for drama and poetry thanks to France. That's great. That's great. So I'm thinking, let's go straight into sailing and then shipbuilding, because we need to find that second continent. We need to know where these people are. Ooh, 3 warriors. Since we don't rely on any city-state bonuses, and we probably won't, this is a great general, and we'll get it. We'll get it sooner, definitely. We just need to finish the builder in the capital, and then we can start making an army. And the army is going to pop out incredibly quick. Alright, great scientist. I think somebody's going to take this great scientist from us. Which is alright, it's not that powerful anyway. And we'll get the next one. There has been a great change to how this works. So we can't make a horseman yet. We have to wait a turn, so let's put a turn into the battering ram. And let's get all the builders in position. I'm going to use that builder to give me vision. I'm going to use the warrior to give me vision. And yeah. Okay, we can switch out of drama and poetry. We'll get the boost for that. And we can research games and recreations. Great, great. Now, one thing I've seen players doing very often is, for example, there's quite a few videos with famous YouTube players that, or Twitch streamers actually, that have gone bankrupt while running Classical Republic. Yep, not realizing that they could have completely avoided that with autocracy, right? Even worse, don't even want to talk about it. Doesn't matter. The point is, you have to make a decision about what government you're using and why. So, long story short, horsemen, 4 turns. I know it sounds long, but ooh, look at these units. That's a lot of units, right? Doesn't matter, we will kill them all. The plan is to make the best use out of Magnus abilities and relevant production policies. So we will be chopping the stone, the woods, the other stone. And this will allow us to pump out a number of horsemen, like a really big number of horsemen. And more importantly, after the first horseman, alright, sailing is done. Let's go into shipbuilding. I don't think we should wait for the 2 galleys. I mean, it's a lot of tons of science wasted, but we can't reasonably get these galleys quick enough. Ooh, so many units. France will be a tough nut to crack, but alright, this guy doesn't hate us anymore, so let's use this opportunity to open borders. That way we can actually see what's happening in his capital at one point. And I'm already guessing it's going to be the point where horses will be able to reach the capital, but battering ram will be slowly coming. So we can get every unit in position better and just get a better overview. Alright. So once we get the first horse out, it will have 4 movement points, just like all normal horses. But for the next horse, before chopping that horse, we will squeeze in the Ordu. And this building will give us +1. It's an interesting terrain. I think France has got coastal cities. Alright, let's get this ready to chop. Ordu will give +1 movement point to all horse units. So they will have 5 base movement points. And then we add the Great General. So we will have horses with 6 movement points. A normal strength of a horse is 36. Alright, let me just check the what policy France put in. Holy site bonuses? Oh, the city will be easy to take. And it's got 2 mines, which is great. That's 100 science. So our horses will have 36 plus 3, which is the Mongol horde. We've got 2 era score for creating a horse. That's 39. Plus 5 from the Great General. That's 44. And 6 movement points. These horses are going to be absolutely unstoppable. Unstoppable. Oof. And that's also the reason why I didn't take the Goddess of the Harvest. I don't want anybody to say, you finished the game so quickly because you had the Pantheon advantage. No, I'm sure the game will finish quickly because we are playing Mongols. And Mongols have this advantage enough for you to have fun with horses. But we did spend 50 turns waiting to get them, which is, you know, a little bit tough luck with the map and stuff. Alright. +4 era score for the unique building. Time to get the second horse. Let's get this guy back. Let's put this horse in position. We should get the scout on the coast to wait for shipbuilding so that the scout can embark and go toward left. And soon we should start thinking about what do we do about the second continent and how do we send our army there. And we need to be really efficient in doing that. I've got an idea, but I'll talk about that soon. Let's see religions. So Khmer, not useful. Poland, not useful. Unmet player. Oh, the unmet, but this is a good religion. This one could... France doesn't have a religion. France doesn't even have a religion. They missed out on religion, but they've got holy sites. Beautiful. Alright, let's get the second horse. Let's start making another horse. And then we chop the woods next turn. And get the battering ram as well. Alright, we need military training. Look at this policy. Yields gained from pillaging and coastal raids are doubled. So we're going to research military training. And that's the beauty of autocracy. Alright, look at all these units, man. That's a lot of units. I think we might need a few more horsemen before we attack. My initial plan was we get 4 horses or something. Take Paris. Get that tile with the horses so that our units can heal. And continue our attacks while pumping the rest of the army. But I think I've counted 8 warriors. 2 heavy chariots. Is that a settler? Where is he going to settle? These are good spots. That's pretty central. I'm actually happy the settler is there. Yeah, these 2 spots are great. They're in range of all these cities, so we could solve our amenity problem with this city by placing an entertainment complex and then building a coliseum there. We just need to make sure, alright, the horse is out. France settles at the right place. Let's get the battering ram. And slowly get the battering ram to Paris. Let's get this guy in position. So 2 heavy chariots, around 8 warriors, a catapult, a couple of slingers. That's quite a big army. And our units can't heal yet. So we need to get a few of them. So where was I? Military training. this policy that will allow us to pillage stuff essentially means we will get... ooh, France lost a city to foreign pressure. Wow, wow. Wow. Anyway, I think we need to make sure... Let's just make sure he doesn't settle on the bananas. Because AI likes to settle cities that are 3-4 tiles. And if he settles on the bananas, then we can't chop. And if he settles next to the stone, then we can chop the stone, the woods, etc. to speed up the Colosseum. Alright. Let's get another horse. 1, 2, 3. And you can just go with the builder. You wait there. Alright. Next turn. Where was I? Yep. The pillaging policy. Yields are doubled. This means you get 50 for 50 signs for every pillaged mine. I can see that they've got 2 mines. Hopefully there are more mines that they have. That's going to be at least 100, 150, 200 signs. That's almost 10 turns of signs. Yeah. It's currently 16.6. We're making 60.6 with 2 monster campuses. Alright, but I'm not going to finish military tradition. Let's go into defensive tactics. I will put military tradition to finish exactly the turn before we start the war, so that we can put in that policy. Because currently we need both military slots and we need the great general. Alright. The settler hasn't moved. So I think that means he wanted to settle on the bananas, but I'm not going to allow that. Great general. 3 turns to get the great general. Perfect. What about the great scientist? Oh, it's a new one. We'll be getting him in 3 turns as well. Perfect. Perfect. Another mine. That's 150 signs at least, just from France. And if there is a quarry somewhere, we get 50 culture from the quarry. That's 2.5 turns of culture. That is also really important. And if we can find just one plantation, sorry, not plantation, one pasture in France's territory, we will get 100 gold. And this means we will definitely have enough money to buy the horse's tile, because we need to buy 2 tiles there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we need a few more. I'm thinking, you wait. 7 would be the best number to go with. With 7, we can split the army, have 3 horses go get weaker cities, 4 horses focus on stronger cities, etc. So it just gives more flex. Where are you going? Where's the settler going? No. We can't just let him go, right? We need a city right there. Yeah, so let's just make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Can you move? Yep. The movement path has become even more unreliable after the last patch, but it's still a great game. Alright, 3, 5. We can start making a library here. We will need this extra science, and should we go for this guy? The educator, 20% science and culture. Why not? It's normally not worth that much, but this is a monster city, so it will bring us at least 2, 3 culture extra. That's great. Alright. We wait for the great general, get all our units in position, and then we just storm very quickly. If we had horses so that I can heal my units, I would have already attacked, but we don't. Alright. This is looking good. Alright, mercenaries. We've got a total of 8 units now. Alright, you go there. Let's just enclose this settler so that he can't go anywhere out of our reach. Good. Alright. Yeah. Alright, we'll be declaring soon. Get one more horseman. Let's recruit this scientist, but I'm not going to use him now. I will save him for later. And let's get the Great General. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, Poland has a barb problem. So this is the best classical Great General, Boadicea. And he's got the ability to convert barbarians into your units. Sorry, she has got the ability. It's a female. And it's a very useful Great General because you can actually use it for something good after the classical and medieval eras are over. And there was at least one game where I was able to snatch four barbarian caravels. That's just huge, you know? A caravel is more than 200 something production. I mean, come on, you know? So, anyway, another thing about this Great General is you can randomly click on him and he will show you the location of all the barbs on the map. Very, very powerful. And it'll come in handy this game, I'm pretty sure. It's just a great advantage. Shipbuilding. Alright. Let's switch into military training. Let's get ready for the card. And let's declare war next turn. Put all units in position. Alright, you come there. Alright. Fortify, you come here. The camp that Poland has the problem with is the one that I don't know if you remember, but like 40 turns ago, we had the barbarian scout. Our scout when the camp popped up there. And they still haven't cleared it. And obviously in the meantime, it spawned a bunch of horses. Anyway. We should be thinking about currency because we need a few trade routes to boost the cards. So maybe we put a turn into currency or two. And we can now start embarking. Which brings me to the next question, which is, what do we do about the next continent? So, let's sleep. We're playing Deity. And on Deity, very often the AI enters the Renaissance era. On turn, what do we need? We need all this now? No. Stirrups. We need stirrups to time them with feudalism. But we need cartography as well. Alright, so the AI enters the Renaissance era. Let's put this guy to sleep and we'll use him to make boosts later. They enter Renaissance era at around turn 50-ish. And look at this. Poland doesn't know anyone from a different continent. France doesn't know anyone. And Khmer doesn't know anyone. So the question is, if the scout could go to the left and find another player, because France has all these coastal cities, somebody would have already come here with a scout or with a galley, right? And somebody would have met France. So maybe the AI still doesn't have the ability to navigate the ocean, or they're not close. So same thing with, let's look at him. So he's making great admiral points, which means that Khmer has a navy and harbors, and he still haven't found anyone there. The only question is then, could it be that the continent is here? Yeah? Because that seems like the only location where... I might be wrong, yeah? We're playing Christopher Columbus in the dark and trying to find India, I'm guessing. But my point is, should we go left or right with our second army? We have to do it in the dark. So I think we go right. And to that end, let's make a settler. We can use the overflow to put a settler. And in case you haven't figured that out yet, we are sending a settler to the second continent. Alright, let's get defensive tactics. Because we can take the Great General points for now, and let's get the pillage yields. This will incredibly speed up our effort to reach Cartography. I'm savoring it. Send 2 envoys. Let's save in case I make a blunder of some sorts. Alright. Aha, let's declare. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna do this slowly and savor it. It's turn 68 and I'm finally having a war in a domination game. It's ridiculous, but the start was just so funny. Alright. Is that a commercial hub there? Let's get everybody slowly in position. No rush with the first moves. Alright, let's try to encompass Paris. There's another mine and quarry. That's 200 science and 50 culture. 200 science! Alright, let's get this guy. Let's get around the catapult. With horses, what you really want to do is make use of flanking bonuses, right? Look at this, plus 46. Unstoppable. Now you might think flanking is just plus 2. But the plus 2 is actually huge because of the way how combat strength works in here. Alright, so what do we want to boost? Should we boost currency with 50 sides? Almost finished. Alright. That's cool. The only problem with this is if we now finish currency... Oh, that's a great hit. We will have an overflow of science. And if we then... An overflow of science that will be applied next turn. But if we pillage a tile, we lose the overflow. That's just a bug in how the game works. So we just have to make sure we don't lose the overflow unnecessarily. Alright, hit. There's a spearman. So we wait. We'll try to completely encircle Paris. We can leave the warrior fortified there. Beautiful, beautiful. So, a little bit more about the Great General and pillaging. Our horsemen, because we're Mongol, have 5 movement points. Great General gives them +1. That's 6 movement points. That means you can pillage and cross the river and pillage. It's huge. It's just huge. It's just huge. Wow. Alright. That's quite good. So. That's going to be a tough city. Tougher than this one because it has a chariot. Alright, now the city can't heal. But we can't heal either. So, let's swap these units so that we can heal. Yep. This one, and then attack. And then you can attack. You are safe there, so you can lose your combat strength. And I'm thinking now we can get this new horse. You wait there. Alright, and you finish. Perfect. Combustion boost. Construction boost, sorry, and irrigation boost. And we finished currency. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, let's put a turn to cartography. Because it really takes a long time to research this tech and we need it soon. Let's get the units down. Settler. I'm thinking here. Because then we've got all these tiles to chop for the Colosseum. So let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one of those tiles. This is in range. Colosseum has +6 radius of effect. 4, 5, 6. Alright. And this reaches the capital as well. Sorry, normally I do this with a mod. And now I have to count to make sure. Alright, we reach that city. Can we reach this city? Nah, we can't. Alright, so we can put an entertainment complex right down at the bottom. Come on. Alright, right here. Cool. They changed the Colosseum a bit. Now it gives culture, loyalty, and amenities, but just 2 amenities, which is still a lot. So I'm happy about that. Alright. Alright. Should we just fortify this guy? Because it's much harder to attack him over the river. We can squeeze a library here. And you get there. And we need to start making our second army in the capital. Right. Trader. Our next victim is Khmer. So we send the trader to Khmer to get a trading post. Oh, what's this? That might be barbarian. Probably there's a lot of them there still. And on the bottom that might be these little quadrims or whatever. Alright. That might make it a little bit tough for us to navigate. But we can survive. This builder will hook up horses. I could have done it this turn, I just forgot. Which is a stupid mistake, to be honest. Alright, this is going well. Apologies. Wait, why do I even have to apologize? Why is he threatening me? We're not even close to his cities. Alright, so 125. Perfect. Perfect. You keep going down. So we scout to the left. See this? If there was anyone close by, they would have already met France. So my best guess is we just scout to the left, but we send the real army to the right. And we should repair these tiles quickly. Alright, so how do we do this next? That's a good hit. Ooh. Huh. These horsemen are unstoppable. You keep fortified. Alright, so let's think. We need to pillage this tile and get the battering ram. Defensive tactics. Should we switch? That's the question. Because we're getting 50 culture with the pillage. I don't want to waste this culture. Alright. Finish. Ah! Almost finished. Alright, the battering ram is in the position. We can break the walls with probably one hit, but we also have to be careful of the spearmen. Alright. Hit. Cool. He's least wounded, so hit. Great. You get there. Wait. You. It's better for me to fortify and let the spearmen attack me. That way we get to benefit from +3 from fortification. And then we also get the terrain advantage as well. Heavy chariot. And you go there, you brave settler. This is one thing that I keep seeing people not doing, if you ask me, which is they're playing for domination, but they're not building their second army immediately after, right? If you wait with building your second army, chances are it's going to come a little bit too late. And one option how we could do this, for example, is we wait to get unlocked knights, then we build the knights, then we send them to a second continent, and then we realize our army arrived there too late. Yeah. So we're going to prevent that. We are going to make heavy chariots and send an army of heavy chariots into the blind to find a second continent, send a settler there, settle a city somewhere, upgrade the chariots into knights, and then conquer. Alright. Pillage. Pillage to heal. Hit. I could be optimizing these promotions a little bit more. Extra science. Amazing. We got a campus from France, so now we're getting 2 tons of science. And we also have a commercial hub. But it doesn't have a market. We need to wait 1 turn. Ah no, we already purged that. Ooh, goody hut. Nobody settled there. Alright, we captured an enemy unit, which is a seemingly amazing ability, but the problem with this ability is you capture a unit with a very low health, and then the AI attacks that unit next, and then you just lose it next turn. And this is what happens most of the time. If the AI had walls, they would hit directly on that heavy chariot, and we lost it. And let's get feudalism and just keep making heavy chariots here, and we'll chop a few of them as well. Alright. One more heavy chariot. Let's move the settlers slowly. It'll take us quite some time to get that army to the end of this continent, but in the meantime we can research cartography and we can just embark. And I'm just hoping that this is the right choice of directions. But we don't know that yet. Amani. We put Amani into armor, because we do have 2 holy sites fully developed. So that's extra faith, and maybe we could use that extra faith in the next stage of the game. But we'll worry about that later. And I'm saving my available envoys for some city-states that we actually want to use, if we find it. And we have to find it. Alright, we can promote. So this is tricky. We can't place our units on the coast, because the quadrime is like super powerful. Alright. We can get these units in position and slowly heal them. But the quadrim is a little bit annoying. When did France get this great scientist? Did they faith by the great scientist? Two cities. Beautiful. Beautiful. A goody hut. Repair the monument. That's extra valuable culture. I'll be pushing these monuments in every city. They give loyalty now as well. Alright, so let's try to save this chariot. You can promote. I'm just going to be randomly picking the left promotion, right promotion. I could do it systematically, but honestly there's no way for me to tell which horseman has which promotion unless I'm looking, and that really slows down the game. So, alright. Should we just get him here? He can be attacked by only one quadrim. He can survive that with full health. Alright. And he gives us flanking bonuses. Alright. Should we finish him or wait? Let's wait. I think these warriors, look at this, 2 of them. Alright, let's repair the farms. The reason why I'm repairing farms is we need exactly 6 farms to boost feudalism. And feudalism gives us boost for knights. But if we pillage farms and then we repair a farm, we don't get the boost for feudalism. That's just how it works for some reason. If you repair a farm or if you repair a mine, you don't get the boost. So we need 6 intact farms. And we've got 1, 2, 3. So we have to save a few farms in this city, but we can pillage the remaining farms to heal these horses and just send them toward Khmer. Khmer is friends with France. That's great. Alright, time to get this guy. You go there. Ah, you don't have movement points to pillage. If we add the Great General, repair this. Alright, we can add 50 more science. Down, cartography is down to 18 and make a hit. You just go there. 1, 2, 3, 4 farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can pillage and hit this guy. Huh? Alright. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow. Hit. But we have to wait the next turn for actually taking the city. Because we still have some signs to pillage and... Alright, let's get the battering ram. Maybe I shouldn't have put him there. Maybe the quadrims can get back. Alright. More heavy chariots. I'm thinking 6 or 7 heavy chariots should be good enough. Depending on when we get to the second continent, we might be even able to split it into 2 armies and maybe even add our unique unit. Goody hut. What do we get? What do we get? Another scout. Alright. Fair enough. So France is about to go busto. So I'm going to take France and just make a short break, and then we're immediately on to conquering Khmer. And Khmer has, I think, 2 harbors based on the Great Admiral points. So we don't have to worry about building 2 harbors to boost cartography. If we had to worry about that, then I'm pretty sure we would have put 1 harbor in that city to the left. And we would have to put another harbor somewhere else. That's doable really quickly with Magnus. Alright, almost. Almost. You go there and pillage. Heal, you can get a promotion. So let's move him. What about this guy? Can you conquer it? Alright, bam. Goodbye, France. That was swift. Boost for drama and poetry. Boost to feudalism. Now we can finally use those workers up there because... Alright, should we change policies now? We should definitely either finish feudalism or get the recorded history immediately. And get back the Great General card. Or do we? Let's make a theater square next to a wonder and 2 districts. That's +3. Alright. I think we should remove this improvement. Yeah. And I think we should send all the builders to that city. They've got 2 builds, so we can use 1 build here to grow this city and place a commercial hub. Or a theater square. No, I think commercial hub. Commercial hub, definitely. +3. Shouldn't it get +4 if it's next to 2 rivers now? Somebody told me there was a change this patch. Alright, 1, 2, 3. We still need to make more heavy chariots. So let's continue making heavy chariots. But I've got the commercial hub placed here. So that's going to be 2 from the harbors from Jayavarman, at least. 1 from France's commercial hub. 1 from our commercial hub. That's perfect. That's enough traders. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bar problem is a little bit solved. So we can keep sending the settler. We just need to embark the settler and all the units right there and have them wait. Alright. Alright, short break.